Nietzsche famously said, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." That might have been more reassuring if his final years weren't marked by severe mental breakdown. The idea sounds encouraging, but it assumes you're surviving the endeavor. With my luck, I'm not sure I'll last till the end of the year. It began when HR announced mandatory evaluations. Little things like requiring submission of materials, permission to leave the province, photos of my living accommodation. Because if you acquiesce to small demands, you'll eventually be able to demand big ones. Death by 1,000 pay cuts. You'd think 7 years of loyalty would mean something to them. Perhaps war and some time off. But apparently, I wasn't worth my declining salary of $1,500. Compromise was a price too high to pay for my comfort. What I didn't take into account was that the alternative can always be worse. As I forfeited a life of security, I searched for any way to legally be a guest in your country. Had I known the realities of a discriminating job market, perhaps I would have not so brazenly resigned. But there I was, desperately working for weeks, for a woman that knew she could never legally hire me, let alone pay me. Perhaps I should have known better, or at least waited. But how often does one get promised a work visa, only for it to be revoked a week later? Rejection after rejection, and with a few days from deportation, I exhausted the rest of my savings to re-enter through Hong Kong. Amidst typhoons and expensive delays, I managed to muster 60 more days. 60 days. I wonder, after all that, would it make our separation any less painful? Would it be enough to show you how much I care? This I could endure. What I couldn't endure was leaving you behind. Happiness is focusing on the reward over the cost. What then when my reward is even more uncertainty? Those consumed by hopelessness allowed it by reducing their life to one mission. Because no path is without its setbacks, and the journey is full of dead ends. Sisyphus was once punished by the gods to perpetually roll a boulder up an impossible hill. Why bother, knowing it always falls back down? I think I'm starting to get it. Because only on the way up can you catch a glimpse of something worth fighting for.